Welcome back to another episode of Chillin with Cam. If you guys been to my page, you already know how much I love her. I'm with Sinead Harnett.
Aww, that was so sweet.
This is the best view. You guys can't see it, but we are on a rooftop right now, and it is the best vibe.
Beautiful.
So, for your creative process, like I feel as though like a lot of times for artists, in order to create the art that they create, specifically music, like they have to live experiences and sometimes like let loose and have fun. So like what is kind of the creative process for you, like when you're trying to write or when you're trying to find something new for a song?
I think like for the most recent creative process, I went into like this cocoon and it was really challenging because I think my favorite bit of like the cycle of being in the cocoon, creating, and then flying out to like let the album out and tour and then back around, the creating part, even though it's probably the most beautiful part, it's like hard for me not to be dropping stuff and like feeling like I'm active.
Okay.
It's like a different type of active, but it's all behind closed doors. But I try to, like the weekends, I'll try to like actually experience something, whether it's a museum or nature or whatever, and then I'm just like showing up every day during the week as best I can to like throw paint at the wall, figure out what am I trying to say, like what is coming from the inner depths. And you know, that doesn't get charged unless there's the experiencing thing part.
Yeah.
But it's hard to let go and just experience things, so it's like an ongoing battle.
It's tough.
Yeah.
that's
But it's a privilege too, so.
Absolutely, but I mean, still, like, I know exactly what you mean about. I have a hard time personally, like, not showing progress, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so I get exactly what you mean. Mm-hmm. So it is tough, even though it is a privilege and a blessing.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, let's talk about Foreign. Is this a precursor to something new coming up? And also, what was the creative process and the storyline behind writing that song?
Okay, question number one, perchance, perhaps.
Okay, I love that.
I had a spark when I was creating, because at first, before the project starts to take shape, you're just like, who am I? What am I doing? Lost. What do I have to say? I had this spark happen because I did feel really lost. 2024, I dropped an album and I was very grateful. I got to do a sold out tour in the US and Europe, and I was like, wow, this is great, but I just didn't feel that happy. And I was like, what's going on? Because it was this weird friction, because everyone's like, oh my gosh, you must be so excited. And I was like, there was something like not processing right for me. So I did the classic thing that most artists do, which is like, oh, I've got to hang up my boots now, it's over. Mm-hmm. And I was like, maybe I should just like stop. And of course, that's not what happens. We then get the obsession back again. So I really had to step back and be like, who am I? Because I didn't really understand my identity. I feel like I'm very good at like pretending to be other things or impersonating people or whatever. And I think deep down underneath that, coming back to the Asian thing, was this tendency to hide. Like it's very embedded in our culture. So I'm half Thai, by the way. I just keep talking about Asian people and not actually giving you the context there. So I went to see a screening of a film called Rosemead, and in that film Lucy Liu stars, and she plays the mother of a schizophrenic son, and so it tackles the lack of like mental health support in the Asian community, and to be honest, just POC communities. And so that just released a spark where I was like, oh, it's like in my veins, like this don't complain, just get on with it-ness that led to the lack of identity. So point being, the first spark was I need to figure out who Sinead is before I even try and do this project. Foreign was kind of middle of the process, maybe like a year in, because it's been 2 years since the last project. And I feel that by finding that identity and working on self-worth, I was able to accept real love. Not saying that I haven't been in love before, but healthy love in the sense that I'm with someone who's like my cheerleader now and is like, go girl, like you go for it. There's no like insecurity from my obsession with music and like evolving and improving. So long answer to your question, Foreign is about just, I guess, trying to see myself through his eyes as opposed to my eyes, which was probably very warped and let me stay small. Shh. You know what I mean? I don't know if any of that makes sense.
No, that makes so much sense. And honestly, this is an interview, so the longer the answers, the better.
Okay, good.
But my next question to that is like, what are some of the things, like what are some of the actionable things that you did to kind of help find yourself?
I think just exploring. I've been working with a girl called Dana who, her role is like not only creative direction, but pulling out of you what you want to say, but you've maybe been too afraid to say. So I think from just really working, I've done 3/4 of The Artist's Way. The last quarter, just I need to get a clone of myself to finish. Yeah. And yeah, like digging deep and giving a bit of space and time to like, I've been going to meditation classes, obviously walking in nature whenever possible. And I think just turning down the noise, like there's so much noise today. And they say, you know, when you wake up, don't look on your phone. I've tried to do stuff like that and just be like quiet, and in the quiet find who that little girl is.
Yeah. No, that's was that a little accent right there?
I don't know, maybe. We should swap accents for the rest of the interview.
I've been waiting for you to ask this whole time. Oh my gosh, it's loaded up.
That is fire. Hold tight.
Really, it's good.
It's good. What was that one?
See, sometimes it just, I channel somebody.
Yes.
They come through.
Oh, you're good at the impersonation too.
Sometimes.
Is that a form of hiding for you?
Absolutely.
Oh.
I think similarly, I'm going through the same process that you are going through, but mine is starting more recently. Yeah. Mine is starting like honestly the past month, I would say, where it's getting a lot more quiet, but also figuring out what it, like outside of other people's opinions, what I care about for myself, and what I actually want to do, how I view success, how I view my relationships, how I show up for other people. And I think I'm currently going through that process. So that question was selfishly for me. Oh,
beautiful. Yeah. But we're all the same. Like we're all going through it at different times, but it's funny, we feel separate, but we're all feeling the same emotion. We don't have the same experiences, but yeah, it's interesting. Because I meet people all the time that are like, oh my gosh, like with my last project, the amount of friends that were like, yeah, man, it was called Boundaries, and it was about like, without that, you can't heal yourself. And yeah, it's just interesting that we are all the same. And I was going to say with Foreign as well, if you spent your life hiding, you will keep meeting partners that make you feel invisible. And I think for whatever reason, I was at the point where even though it's so against every fibre in my being, I was ready to be seen and like to be taught to be seen. And you deserve that journey too, Cam.
Thank you so much. I had this conversation, 2 days ago, where I was having a conversation with a friend, and I was talking about like, because I do interviews, and also the reason why I love doing interviews and talking to people, I just love talking to people. Yeah. And I love whenever you're having a conversation with somebody, like whether it be like a stranger at a bar or something like that, and they have something that lights them up, and you can see it in their face. Yeah. And like I know like they don't particularly tell people these things all the time, and I just love to continue to feed that light. Yeah. And that's basically somebody being seen. And so I deserve to be seen as well. And so that was the whole conversation I had like 2 days ago. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is synchronicity.
It is.
And also it's weird, like why do we I'll be in an Uber and then I'll know the person's life story and they'll know like some of my deepest insecurities. And it's like so much easier to sometimes be vulnerable with the stranger.
I know exactly why. Well, it's because the more, like, with your friends and everything like that, you do create a perception that you think that they think about you.
Yeah.
And so subconsciously, sometimes you try to uphold that perception for them.
Defo.
So you don't always show up as your most authentic self. You show up as the self that you think they see you as. And
That's
so,
deep and true.
yeah. So whenever you're talking to a stranger and you're finally able to just say how you feel, that is your most authentic self, and that's why we kind of like hide and do the things that we do. But it's just, we're just human. That's just what humans do.
Yeah, I just saw myself being like the dancing, performing monkey that I go to as like a codependent / people-pleasing routine. Like, sometimes I'll meet with my friends and I'll just be like, oh my God, and just do this whole character. And like, my therapist said to me, she was like, you know, you can just be tired and just be yourself. And I'm like, no, like, I've got to bring the energy, man. So it is true. We try and live up to what we think they need from us all the time.
It's crazy. And for the most part, sometimes it's just in our head. They don't ever tell us that they like that part of ourselves. We just assume.
And what if it is true, they just love us, like, whatever state we're in?
It's hard for, if somebody is not at that point, it's hard for them to accept that love in general. They'll warp it and they'll self-sabotage and they'll think like there's an ulterior motive when sometimes it could just be genuine love. We got very deep very
scary.
quick.
I know, that's a common theme
Yeah.
in my dialogue.
I think though those conversations are just, again, like a protection mechanism for those people as well, because the guy that was the real influencer in real life that he's imitating, that guy is so tired of being that person, that fake person where it's like, I love your shoes, I love that top. Like, they're tired of doing that at a certain point.
I wonder though, because I think we can't all live on the same layer, so I think some people do enjoy, like, is that Versace? How do you say Versace?
Versace?
Like, some people enjoy just a lighter convo, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Not everybody can be deep at every time, but I think if that is the only conversation that you have, to a certain extent, there's gonna come a point in your life where it's like, I have no substance, or I have friends that have no substance, because like will attract like. So if that is the only conversation that you have, you will keep people around that only speak about that. And eventually there's gonna come a point where some real shit happens and you have to talk about real shit. And those friends are going to be like, oh, this energy is not, you're bringing me down. But it's more so just the honest conversation of, hey, I'm tired right now, or hey, I'm struggling with this, and that.
Yeah.
So I think eventually there comes a breaking point with everybody. And LA is interesting because it is the most popular for that type of connection. But since I've been here, there's been so many genuine people that I've met that have been so opposite of the stereotype. And that is probably one of the things that I like most about living here is that it has changed my perception of how people think of it. You just have to be in the right spaces and be around the right people. So yeah, you said per se, perhaps. Will there be more of those type of concepts?
On the Perchance album.
Perchance, whatever happens to float by.
Yes, so there's like different branches from one tree. So the Rosemead film was like the first spark of like the identity struggle. And also, like, at the end of the film, Lucy did a Q&A and she was just, her and most of the auditorium, which by the way was mainly East Asian and POC, that's the end of that sentence, were sobbing.
Yeah.
And she said, she was like, I just didn't think you'd all show up. this means so much to me. And she was like, I grew up in a household where we didn't ask each other, how are you? Because it wasn't about feelings and what you're going through. It was about just get on with it. Let's just keep it moving. And it just really got me looking at worth in general, and how when you start to find that identity and search for it and find that worth, it can lead to you accepting the healthy love and maybe exploring really loving yourself because you know who you are now. But then there's another branch which is to do with empowerment. Like, you can then, once you know that, you don't accept things that aren't going to meet you at the frequency you've worked so hard to get to. And then the third branch is like really finding belonging, because I think we all just want to belong somewhere. And what's interesting about the title Foreign is, of course, it talks about something that is like otherworldly, an otherworldly type of love. But the word foreign just means, it has such a depth to it, because it's like, I grew up with like an Asian mum. I have Irish heritage too, and I didn't really know where I belonged, and there was a bit of like name calling and stuff, because I looked a lot more Thai then than I do now. And I think just that word and wanting a sense of belonging really started to come through subconsciously as well in the writing. So again, long answer to your question is, all of those themes are encapsulated on this Perchance album. And essentially, I think the conclusive like meaning to it is, you got to do all of that work to then find that person, so you can just go evolve and be proud and take up space, not hide anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of it.
What aspect do like your friends play in all of this? Like, are they in the studio with you? Do they ever are they like kind of a scapegoat when you are feeling blocked or creatively struggling? Like, what kind of relationship do they play in the process of creating these songs?
I'm really I've got such a part of me that's quite embarrassed. Like, I would never bring my friends to the studio, but I do work with friends that I met through music.
Okay.
That I guess we understand each other's weirdness when we all make music. But my friends that don't do music, I'm kind of just like, look, you don't have to like my music. Like, you don't have to come to my shows. This is cringe. And obviously they want to be there. We love to support each other. But I think I very much leave the music in the studio, and then I have this weird, I guess it's still a bit of hiding going on, but this weird connection with my fans that I feel that they get me. And then my friends, I'm just like, let's just be the dancing clown and have a laugh.
Yeah.
So they're definitely an escape from the overthinking of it all.
Going off of for your fans, how is that the fan reaction when you do meet and greets and fans come up and say hey, this song got me through this, or this song changed my life? Do you feel validation from it, or do you feel, I was just telling my story, this is I'm just like you guys, if that makes sense?
Definitely both.
Yeah. But
guilty as charged, the validation
love it.
Cometh.
Bring
I'm like,
it
okay,
on.
Someone's listening.
Yeah.
Thank fuck.
Yeah.
But I've met a daughter and a dad that said they had not spoken for years, and then they both liked a song of mine and it brought them together, and they came to the concert together. And I've had people really share some dark stuff, and I'm just like, wow, we're all messed up in our own way. And I don't know, it just feels like it gives me the ammo to carry on, because all of us, whether we do art or not, we're just filled with doubts, filled with this I'm just winging it thing. But in that, I think I've learned and seen that we all just want to encourage each other, just keep going. And I say it to my fans. So many of my fans are singers. And I'm like, what's your artist name? I need to listen, like, because we're all in this together, Zac Efron would say.
Yeah.
I've never seen that film, but...
You've never seen High School Musical?
No.
No way. Total left turn. I've always wanted to ask somebody that's experienced this. What is the Colors experience like?
Oh,
yeah.
That's a
What
good
is
one.
it?
So I've done it twice, and the first time, I don't know if you're allowed to say, but it was green screen, and it was like a really small room,
Okay.
and maybe 4 people in the room, and I was singing a song that was quite a sexy song, and so it was a bit weird, like doing that with only 4 people, but like I did, I think 2 takes, and yeah, it's 1 take, and there was magic on that day. The second time they'd completely changed the set. Now they actually physically paint it.
Really?
To change it every time, so it's not green screen anymore.
That's insane.
And it was challenging because I'd flown in from here, and I did it the day after flying. So I was so like that. And a much bigger crew the second time, and just beautiful, warm, welcoming people that just want you to feel comfortable. There was a lot of pressure in my head because I was like, well, it better be better than the last. Well, you know, you better prove yourself now, bitch.
Your first one was insane. It blew up.
Well, that's why I'm like, oh God, like, can I do it as good? But you should never compare.
Never.
So yeah, that was my lesson from that.
It's also 2 different songs.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Exactly.
Also, this is besides the point. Your hat in the second one, where did you get the hat from?
I have no idea. My friend gave me that to wear.
Okay. Because I've been looking for that hat.
No, you haven't.
I lie to you not.
I'll get it for you.
You got... Where... Do you know, like, she has it still?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah. Let me know.
Yeah,
Let me know. Hold
on.
I'll be leaving with some gifts. How do you pick the color, or do they pick the color for you?
They pick.
They pick the color for you. That's so interesting. Is it based off the song, do you think, or?
I think it's what you're wearing and the song. But also, now that they paint it, like, it would be a slightly different shade the next day.
Okay.
So, I don't know. But they won't tell you, so don't ask.
I don't know anybody.
They like mystery.
I mean, Colors is so iconic for people that love music.
It really is.
There's so much like mysticism behind it, just because like it's not here, so we don't really know too much about it. I've just always wondered.
Yeah,
and
people probably asking about your page that same way. Like, how did he come up with it? Like, how does he decide the songs?
Oh my goodness, it's just because I'm a nerd. And
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Hello.
I did it. I propped my phone up in my dorm room or my childhood bedroom, and now my apartment, and I just shoot.
Go you! Look at that evolution.
Is that really evolution? I would
Yes.
like to see it go from my bedroom to like a proper studio.
Well, that's the next step.
That's the next step. But also, I think there's an evolution to. It's not about me.
I know, but I tend to do this.
That's also another thing is
Deflect,
deflecting and hiding and asking, ask the questions instead of talking about yourself. I'm actually not
But
going to fall for
it. Are, tennis.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're like a leader of the conversation, and then there's somebody that asks, you know what I'm saying? There's always a pace to it.
Yeah.
My first introduction to you was If You Let Me. And then my second introduction to you was Boiling with Disclosure. How did that relationship come about?
Working with them led me to be on the radio for the first time. That was before, I'm trying to remember how many years before, maybe like 3 or 4 years before If You Let. But, people discover when they discover. So I got to the studio, and it's 2 brothers, and one of them was literally still in school, and he was like bunking off school that day to do the session. And just Something Is Boiling was the first lyric that came to my mind, and then it was just a laugh. We did a vodka shot. We were wearing wigs at one point. I don't know why. It was above their dad's antique shop. Okay. And then like in months I was on Radio 1 at home, and I was like, what is going on? So that was like my first real collaboration, I guess. So yeah.
Dang, that's interesting. And speaking off of wigs, let's talk about these accents. How did these accents come about? How many do you have banked, and how many do you think is like you can go in that place and they won't tell the difference?
I would like to sit for a week and actually study as many as I can.
Okay.
And just nail them for a laugh. I don't know. I'd have to do that experiment. I feel like if I landed in New York, people would be like, she's not really from New York. They'd be like, she sounds like someone pretending to be
really
from New York. Yeah. But I was in the studio yesterday. My friend Coltrane was like, oh, you're way too good at this. And I was like, no, well, I'm pretty average. But I think it's the changing in real timeness of it that freaks people out.
But if somebody's listening to you and telling you that you're really good, and how could you think that you're average?
Because we're our own worst end.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I think I'd be scared if I ever got to the point where I was like, I'm fantastic at anything like that.
Well, I don't think that vocabulary ever, like, I don't think people say that unless they're like, you know.
Surely Beyonce feels that by now.
I bet you Beyonce has the exact same things that everybody feels. I'm sure Beyonce is like, hey guys, I love the Beehive, but it's like, I like Wingstop too, or I like to eat Wendy's, or like, I keep hot sauce in my purse. Like, yeah. I think she's also like, yeah, a lot of people love me for it, but like there are some times where I don't feel like I'm Beyonce.
Well, I'll say this, I enjoy it because, as I said to you at the beginning, like playing and being other people is natural to me because of the whole hiding thing. But I'm gonna continue having fun with it and hopefully improve. For no reason at all.
How did you get them? Like, did you just find, was it like characters on TV or like people?
It was friends just being like, bro, that's weird. Like, you're just someone else a second ago. And then I was like, oh, there's this app called TikTok that people have a laugh on. Let me just have a laugh myself and see.
Are you addicted to TikTok? What's your
go-to?
Yeah, like what's your go-to when you're swiping?
It's watching people eat desserts.
Like a lot?
If I didn't do music, I would either be like some sort of David Attenborough in nature, or I would be a food, like I have to eat food all day long.
Like a food critic?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the last restaurant that you would give like 4.5 stars? 5 stars is tough.
Cuckoo was nice.
Okay, what type of food is that?
LA, French.
Oh, I don't particularly eat French food like that.
I don't either because it's just naughty butter and bread, but it was steak frites. Fire.
Come on. Well, that's steak, you know?
Yeah.
I'm there.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I'm with you then. Okay.
Are you vegan? Sorry.
No, I'm not vegan at all. I love steak.
Okay.
Steak might be one of my favorite foods.
Yeah, it's fire.
I mean, well, how do you get your steak done?
Medium.
Okay, so we're on the same page. We're locked in. Locked in. Heard you.
No blood.
Dead or alive. One album for a day. You can't listen to anything else. What album? What artist?
Frank Blonde.
Really? What about Blonde? I just did something on Channel Orange today, actually.
When it dropped, you had to get Apple Music to hear it.
Yeah.
I was in a dressing gown for about 2 weeks, just pacing my apartment like, this is so deep. And I just can't forget that time. There's a different mood for every mood you would need. And then, yeah, it was just a journey for me. And a lot of people, it's not their favourite album of his, but for me, it just like...
I think personally, piggybacking off what you were saying, I think Nights and Pink Plus White are 2 of his best songs.
Yeah, I've never heard someone say Pink Plus White. That's great.
I don't know if it's Pink and White or Pink plus White. And so...
Let's go with plus.
You know?
That's a vibe.
Just in case Frank wants to come on the show, you know. I just respect you. I respect your craft.
We love you, Frank.
We do. We really do. Come back. He's in France somewhere eating steak frites.
It's true.
It's got to be. But yeah, those are 2 of his most beautiful songs, I will say. And
Godspeed.
Godspeed is crazy as
James
well.
Blake. That's my guy forever.
Yo, James Blake also is just, I appreciate how open he is to the public.
That's new for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't like that before. He is one of the most fantastic artists I've ever heard in my life. And I met them both at the same festival. And this was like 10 years ago. And I was like, I love you. And then me and James like watched a show together for a bit. He was like, yeah, let's go and check out this band. I don't even know who they were. I don't think he remembers this. I don't expect him to. But I met them on the same day. I also saw Frank Ocean, Solange and Sampha in one night.
Jeez.
Performing at Lovebox UK 2016.
See, y'all get like the best festivals and stuff.
I mean, that was a time that will never happen again. That, I think.
I don't think it's gonna happen either.
Yeah.
If perhaps something else comes out, we need the acoustics too. We need the acoustic version. I think personally you are one of my favorite vocalists just out right now. And
Aww.
I think the acoustic version just showcases that so much. Mm-hmm. Just personally, from a selfishly as a fan level, now that I'm talking to you, we do need that. Because I think it showcases your skill set on such a different level. Like, obviously, like, the songwriting always shines through, but I think hearing something stripped down to that version, it comes through so clearly.
Yeah.
And selfishly. Perhaps,
I'm
perchance.
down to do acoustic versions to as many songs that I write for from now until the end of time.
That's a great answer.
And thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. Have you ever written a song for somebody and they were in the crowd when you were singing it?
Ooh. Yes.
How did you feel at that moment?
I don't know, like tiny bit cringe.
A tiny bit cringe.
Rewarded, but just slightly like, oh my god,
Right? And did you like make eye contact or made sure you didn't look?
No, never look.
Yeah. And that'll mess you up?
I can't do the uncomfortable vibes. I'm just looking at like the back wall.
Do you get stage fright?
I do. Before, once I'm out there, it's like, it's the lead up that's the worst part.
And then you just out and it's just in the moment, free flow.
Yeah,
that's
trying
good.
to be present. Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's just for everyone then. Mm-hmm. I think everybody's just in their head because they want everything to go right.
Yeah.
And it does go right when you just let it go for the most part.
And also, as a recovering people pleaser, you're trying to please like maybe thousands of people, and that's a lot. I hope she's enjoying it. You know what I mean?
But to take the pressure off of that, they already paid tickets to come see you, so they already love your music.
Yeah, but you want to make sure they feel like they got their money's worth.
Yeah, but I mean, but also then you get meet and greets where it's like, your song changed my life.
It's
so
true.
you are doing your thing.
Yeah.
You are
All
doing
right,
your
thanks,
thing.
Cam.
You know,
Needed
that's
that.
what I'm here for. My last two comments, again, like I said about the acoustic versions, Spiral.
Oh.
One of my favorites.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
really?
it is one of my favorite. And people, I mean, it's an album cut, but
Yeah.
it is. And the chorus. So honestly, yeah, what is the story behind that? How did you come up with what type of headspace were you in when you were creating it? Because it is kind of like,
I think from what you shared with me is our brain, like the self-sabotage, if there's like just a moment too long to overthink, it will just go crazy. So the headspace was like, I know I'm hard work, because people that are like doing the OCD overthinking, it's not always a joy to be around them. I was in Miami recently and I was like on the phone to you guys and I was like, I can't relax, like this is wrong, everyone's at the beach, what do I do? They're like, enjoy yourself, like, and I was like, how? And they're like, just do it. And I was like, oh, if only it was that easy. But yeah, just that kind of reflection of, wow, this is a jungle in this head. But a lot of people feel the same.
yeah, absolutely. If somebody is new to your music and you want to give them a song that will open them up to the rest of your catalog, what song are you picking? You're in the car, you have the phone, you're on the aux. They're like, play some you.
I'm gonna be a present gal and say foreign.
There it is.
Yeah, because
that was a lob. That was a lob. You dunked it. There we go.
Thanks. Yeah, got to be a shameless plugger, but also it is very much where I am today. But there's little pepperings of like my signature, I guess, in there. Like for instance, when Ramia heard it, she was like, "Oh, this is a Sinead song." So
I can agree. And the choir in the background. Come on. Was that you or was that? Oh, that was you. That was all you. No cap. That's crazy. You slid.
Thank you.
Yeah, you slid.
Lovely.
Thank you so much for kicking it with me.
Thank you for having me.
Peace.